Alright, we're here on day 299, and there's a Moltthorn right in front of me. So let's hit that, and, well, we got something new. Not what we're after, but it is new. So, worth it. And immediately swap to new character. As always, we're starting out, hitting the Paladin, checking for Moltthorn. Hitting the Rogue, checking for Moltthorn. Then, we'll go over to all of the characters that can possibly get the staff from Sholomance, and we'll go through Sholomance a number of times. Once I'm done with that, we're back to the Rogue, looking to get the rest of the quests on the Eastern Kingdoms finished. Yep, the Rogue's got a Moltthorn too. Nothing. I'm starting to think the Living Cowl might just be a myth. It's a myth, it's a joke. Okay, it's not a joke. I've got a little knot here on my wrist. I'm thinking I got bit by a mosquito or something. So my wrist itches. Oh, and the cat is here. Just kind of sitting there. And you get to see my setup of just having my microphone sitting on the desk directly in front of the keyboard and mouse. That's why you can hear the keyboard and mouse all the time. Little to nothing I can do about that, because I do not have a mic stand. I also don't have a real desk. I have a fold-up desk from like Walmart. We're going shoestring budget here.
Class dismissed. I can never. This cannot be.
Ah.
Take some real stones to challenge the mistress of mine.
Their deaths only serve to empower. What's the matter, isn't it? Breathing of flesh and bone, and you too are beautiful, boss. My dear, you should embrace this gift.
Run, necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Double up on those.
Come, boss. Your fate awaits you.
Create group, start group, push button, private list.
Did you forget, girl? I am the Dark Master. I command the undead.
I won't let you.
Now turn your lovely rune blades on our guests and fetch me their bones. What?
I've been gone all day.
Necromancer.
That's why he wants so much attention right now. I still miss my second invisibility. The fact that I don't get two sprints officially.
Haven't come to study.
Unofficially, I should say.
Class.
Nope. Nothing that run. 10 righteous orbs. I did make a choice, though. I am going to grind out the rep I need with Ravenholt before I start turning in lockboxes on the mage after I'm done with the rogue. So once I'm done with the rogue, I'm going to grind out my rep. Yep. And then I'll be able to start just going to town on these lockboxes to an extent. Either way, on to the next character. Oh, don't fall off. What are you doing, cat? Oh wait, that's right. Secrets of Azeroth is today. Do I just go to Valdrakken for that? Okay, you know what? You're annoying me, Skull. You are slightly annoying me.
Class is now in session. Class dismissed. I can never die. This cannot be.
Gotta look for the book in this room.
Unreal.
Where's the book? Oh, there it is. Right behind me.
My dear. Their deaths only serve to empower my... What's the matter? Isn't it beautiful? The weaving of... You too are beautiful. My dear, you should embrace this.
Run, necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Come, boss. Your fate awaits you.
Oh, watch yourself, cat. Remember, if you sneeze on me or my desk, I boot you off. So you can go sneeze somewhere else. Don't like having to clean cat snot
Did you forget,
off my
girl? I am the
computer stuff. It's not the greatest.
On the undead.
I won't let you.
Right, I didn't open that.
Now turn your lovely rune blades on our guests and fetch me their bones. What?
Oh, I didn't get the books.
Necromancer!
Oh well.
The bones. You rat!
I immediately forgot the book once I got into the Krestenov room.
Leave me to die alone. Please.
If you haven't come to study, class.
Nope.
dismissed.
18 seconds is not enough time. Get back over there. Did I not burn the book in here? I thought I burned the book in here. I definitely burned the book that was right there. Okay. Whatever. That's new. And that's all transmogs. Next up. Cat, you're just too thin. You're too skinny. You need to eat more. But with your age, you're probably not going to. Yeah, so since Secrets of Azeroth is active, once I finish all these runs of Sholomance, I'll actually get onto the mage and go do that. Go do the first.
Class is now in session. Class dismissed. I can never die. This cannot be.
Okay, book, book, book. Where is the book? Oh, right over there. It's normally over here somewhere. Okay, so my friends and I have a thing where we meet up once a week to watch
My dear,
something.
it appears we have
Sometimes it's old,
What's the matter? Isn't it beautiful?
Uh,
Weaving of flesh,
Japanese,
and soul.
like,
Rebel so
You two are beautiful.
I'm trying to think. My brain is not coming up with the name of the genre.
You should embrace this gift.
Samurai movies.
romancer. Your life
Sometimes,
catch my
We watch some really bad, like, indie movies.
Your fate awaits you.
While I was away, my friends took the opportunity to watch the Leprechaun movies. So we get together and just watch stuff. But one of my friends has been watching, or excuse me, reading Baki for, what, 2 decades or something now? The original Baki anime came out in the 80s, I want to say. And he read the whole thing, he's current with it. He's watched the entire series, and he made us sit down and start watching it. So he is just super hype, super excited over the fact that
Now turn your lovely rule
the
on our guests and fetch me their
Baki series on Netflix
what?
is catching up.
The bones.
The new seasons were 2 of the seasons he was most excited for. He didn't expect them to come out with, oh, since I've left the group, I can't do any quests here. That's what happened. Heh. But yeah, the current season on Netflix, I believe, involves both the caveman Pickle and the fight between him and his father. And it's like, it's just, the whole show is just stupid, nonsense, fake martial arts garbage. And we're having a lot of fun watching it. It's real fun. We revived this caveman. Now I'm gonna go bite its face off. Oh no, it bit my face off instead. Just completely ridiculous nonsense. Pickle's great, though. Pickle being the name of the caveman. Alright. Couple more tries. I believe Warlock means we have 3 tries. This one, the Evoker, and the Warrior. Shouldn't my soulstone have a little green floaty thing around me? Since I have the special soulstone?
Class is now in session.
Oh wait.
Class dismissed.
Things like that are on a specialization basis, aren't they? Because it's technically a whatchamacallit. Glyph. Okay. Okay, I guess. New dagger.
Death.
Their death's only... Isn't it beautiful? You too are beautiful, my dear. You...
Run, necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Come, Voss. Your fate awaits you.
Another new dagger. No, I keep on push that button. Look, it's just proof that I am inaccurate with my button pushes and therefore will never reach the top score in a competitive environment. Won't happen.
Did you forget, girl? I am the Dark Master. I command the undead.
I won't let you.
Now turn your
We're not gonna leave group
on our guests and
because I'm just gonna
rescue them.
get these 2 quests finished
What?
so they stop annoying me on these characters.
Die, necromancer!
Bones. You rat.
Leave me to die.
There it is.
Please.
Come over here before the Voidwalker gets you. Yeah. That way I don't have to deal with the vial.
If you haven't come to study, I'll use you to teach a lesson. Class
Nothing.
dismissed.
Alright. 2 more attempts at this staff. I know, I keep on disturbing you, cat. Every time my hands are idle, I go and I scratch you. Cat went bye-bye for now. He may or may not be back later. Off to the rogue with the lockbox. And off to the login screen for a new character. I really don't need this in my pocket. I don't. Oh, both of them drop some.
Class dismissed. I can never. This cannot be.
Where's the book? There's the book. Back already, cat? You weren't interested in getting off my lap at all. You got down because I was moving around too much. There's the book.
Death hurts. Unreal.
Their deaths only serve. What's the matter, boss? Isn't it beautiful? The weaving of flesh and bone. You too are beautiful, my dear. You should embrace.
Run, necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Come, boss. Your fate awaits you. Did you forget, girl? I am
Wait,
the dark
I need the book.
I command the undead.
Oh, lucky me, it's right there.
Won't let you.
Now turn your lovely room blades on our guests and fetch me their food.
I can
What?
die, necromancer.
The bones. You rat!
Leave me to die alone, please.
If you haven't come to study, I'll use you to teach a lesson.
Nope.
Class
No staff.
dismissed.
Now I come back over, turn these two quests in. Get my, like, 70 gold between them. Including the, item gold. Maybe I shouldn't do it on my mage. Maybe I should do it on my evoker here. The evoker needs to do the whelp daycare stuff anyway. I've been slacking on that. Didn't get there in time. Now, I believe, yeah, tomorrow is also the start of a new month. So, our adventure guide will get reset. Yeah, welcome back, Cat. There. Pet leveled. I never even finished this one. Because the soothing incense is down in the cavern. Give me my wire back, Cat. What's this? Okay. Oh, I can just buy that one. And that. Yeah, I just deleted it 2 seconds ago. Welcome back. Look, man, inventory space is premium in this expansion. It's a problem. Do you happen to know where I need to be to start the Secrets of Azeroth thing? I'm just kind of assuming that I need to be here. Holiday enthusiast?
What brings you here?
Have you heard the news? There is a rash of artifact dust. Found it! Found it. As rumors of treasures and secret locations are being exposed. If you'd like to learn more, seek out the preservationist Kathos. Your skills at deciphering secrets may help reveal who's behind this chaos.
Fair skies.
This quest hasn't been added to the add-on yet. That can stay there for now.
What do you seek?
A new recruit, splendid. There's much work to be done.
Fair skies and
Let's unravel this secret. Prepare your mind for puzzles. Speak to me again when you're ready to start down the path of the preservationists.
stay vigilant. This world is
Ready? Give me the secret song.
vast and wondrous.
Here's a box of clues. See what's inside. Let the mystery begin. You'll have everything you need to unravel the secret. Speak to me once you're done.
May you find
Okay, let's bow to the statue real quick. And hang out over here because it's less damage on my frame rate. Okay. Golden Chalice. Rightful place. Where is it? The Golden Chalice. Perhaps patrons at the bar of the roasted ram or the bartender himself will know.
to you?
He said he's called the Eye of Azeroth. Nice. Kathos give you that? She probably wants you to return it where it belongs. I know if the guards raised an alarm, but they haven't yet. You can bank on them finding out soon.
See you later.
The city's finest wares.
You know, the bank. Okay, I wonder if anyone else.
Always at your
Okay,
service.
okay, it's clearly not the bank. It can't be. No, it can't just be the bank.
The Isles welcome you.
Well, I guess we're going to the bank. I hope. I hope it's not this blunt all the time.
Interesting.
Look, it's clearly just like a little intro of like, this is how this works. Let's show you. Yeah, the little money fight button? I don't know either, man. I've never seen the money fight button before. Or are you just laughing at the go to the bank?
Honored to meet you.
You've unraveled the mystery and preserved the artifact. A good preservationist is always looking to get better at preserving artifacts. If you find anything new, we'll figure out how we can employ it in the field.
Go carefully.
Yeah, okay, right here. The inns are abuzz with rumors of aspiring criminals pilfering sacred relics. I'm overseeing the return of stolen goods to the rightful owners. I hear they can be trusted to help. Please take the ceremonial Tuskar spear back to the Skara.
Good health to you. I will do my duty.
Okay. Oh, hello, other cat. I haven't touched my whelp in a couple days.
Aspect's grace shine down.
Crystal nutrition. Yes, blue dragons eat normal food, but the most important part of their diet is magical in nature. Wherever the blue flight can be found, you can be sure there is a source of nutritious lake crystals nearby. Of course, the homelands of the blue dragons became home to many others during their absence, but Brackenhide gnolls have settled in our lands with the most lake crystals and taken them for themselves. You will need to enter their camps and reclaim the crystals for the web.
The city awaits your return.
Battle of the Villains. Okay. One. Is this the strongest book monster? That one's like noticeably tougher than the others. Alright, that's done. I need lake crystals, which I need to go to Iskara anyway. So let's go to Iskara. No big deal. Easy done. I'm not looking at doing any of those other things going on over here. Not looking to get...
The Nokud
Huh.
Centaur attacked Clan Shikar's lands while our backs were turned. Help us strike
One zone
back
drop that I'm
against
missing there.
them and their vile primalist allies.
Yep, not looking to do any of that stuff. I'm okay. Not moving fast enough. It took me a while to intentionally die to Firak. It was not as easy as I was thinking it was going to be.
And molded metal for our bargain with Barak. Do not let these thieves interfere!
Alright, I'm back. Had some issues there, but I'm back.
Decay still lingers in this place. We must do what we can to stop its spread. I am counting on your aid.
So we're gonna grab our crystals here. I don't really care about getting that world quest done or getting anything else over here done. I'm kind of concerned that I might have more issues tonight. So I will be aiming to get done what I was doing at bare minimum. Then, depending on how that goes, will determine if I keep on going and continue on with my plan tonight, or if I just cancel that out and cut it off early.
Hello, speak up now. Pass my stories along.
Yeah. Last sentinel to the west. I can't say I recognize this person or place. The markings look old. Perhaps the weapon was crafted by the Kaluak in Northrend.
Your tale will be remembered.
Anybody else?
Things
Nope.
that would
Okay.
scare you shallowest.
Welcome.
The quest that I didn't do.
Keep the
bunch of recipes that I never picked up on my character here. It doesn't look like there's anything else that this character can pick up. So let's get those recipes. Alright, so I need to go to Northrend next. Well, for right now, I need to go feed the Azure hatchling. I'm heading over to the Cobalt Assembly teleport pad. But honestly, that might even not even be worth it. Might be better off just flying straight to Valdrakken. From here to here is basically what I'm going. It might save me time a little bit. It might save me a little bit of time. It is this tower, right? No? Okay. It's this tower. Yeah. I mean, I guess here is kind of closer. Gotta fly a little bit more upwards. But this is fine. There you go. There are some daily quests that are available. Don't need to do that one though.
Welcome to the city of dragons. Valdrakken stands
No, it's not the
strong.
first to steal our lake crystals, and certainly will not be the last.
The city awaits your return.
Off the page. Turn that in.
Aspects guide
Well,
you.
actually, as expected, our dear blue whelp is quite the little bookworm. I knew many hatchlings just like him in Azuna. Although, we only had a small collection of scrolls. Well, there are books aplenty here in Valdrakken. Whelps need to get up and move. Get up and moving. Why don't you play some tag?
Glory to Valdrakken.
Oh, you have eyesight problems. Okay. Look, I wasn't actually chasing him back to the books because I wanted to see how many different things he had to say. It's quite a few. Quite a few different things to say.
The city stands true. Long life to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the rest of these dailies thing. We're gonna head over to Northrend. That's what we're doing. Meet up with the Caliwak. See if they know anything about the spear. Wait. Northrend's behind me. It's over here. Let's see, there's no quest marker here, right? Yeah, there's not. I didn't think so. Luckily, starting off at Northrend Dalaran is a perfect spot to use Soar. One of the few cases where Soar is just flat out the best way to navigate. Unfortunately, I kind of doubt they're ever going to give us refresh flap and surge forward, or skyward ascent surge forward. But given that at some point they might add flight to all dragon flight to all expansions. Moki Harbor. Fine.
May I help?
Oh, the great explorer Shamko. I know much of his exploits. He led an expedition to the furthest shores of these lands, where he established the village of Palea. It is said he defended his kinfolk in many battles and was renowned as a great fighter. Legends tell us that his spirit inhabits the last monument in the west, just north of the village he founded.
Good hunting.
Here's a drawing of it. It looks like every Tuskar statue. Let's see, do we have... Let's say this was the village, right? This is the Indulé village. No. Hi, cat. Aday village in the west. That's Unpei. Sala. Let's see, I don't know of any other Tuskar villages. That's fine. I'll just go over to these two. And we will find out what, if anything, they have to say to us. You know, that's the Horde Keep. I can actually find this based off of the photo. So yeah, that's the Horde Keep. So we need to be, like, here-ish. I'm gonna still ask one or two of the lies to the west. Okay, that's the same.
Is there something?
That's the same text.
Let us visit for a while.
Yeah, that's the same text. I could see it being that one. I could see, like, arranging yourself just right and it being kind of... sitting there. Does anyone over here have anything to say? The only people that we could talk to are the guards right over here. Yeah, these two.
Your company.
Nope. Nope. Yeah. That one doesn't look right. Neither does this one. What? Yeah, I don't think so on this one. Like, we can kind of arrange it to be similar, but I don't think this is the right one. And this one, you can't even see the fortress. So this one can't be the right one. And this, I believe, was a village that was wiped out. Nope, you don't have anything to say to me. That looks like exactly the kind of place I'm looking for. I wish I could zoom in on this. Like this looks very similar to what I'm looking for, but it's a little too close actually. Here's Palais. No? Right there looks very, very likely. Yep, there it is. Hi! Yeah, my power went out. My power just died. I have no clue.
Interesting.
There we go. That's achievement number 1. I don't know what this means. 5 buried satchels. Yeah, I don't have complete faith my power and or my internet aren't going to die further tonight. But while it is still stable, I wanted to make sure I got the pet stuff done. And I wanted to make sure I got that done. No storms. No nothing. Took out power in the whole area. Probably an equipment failure, such as like a light pole or a transformer or something. That's probably what it was. Cat, I can hear you making noise back there. I'm gonna head back to Valdrakken real quick to see if trading post to see if what the that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check out, see if there's anything weird in Valdrakken for the satchel thing. I kind of think it's more likely going to be a not today for satchels. Unless I need to do something weird.
I will do my duty. Go carefully.
Buried satchels using rumors around the community. I don't know what that means.
For the glory of the dragon.
Like, is there new dialogue from the citizens?
Welcome to the Dragon Isles. Serve well. For the glory of the dragon.
Get turned out of your home by the return of the masters? These people are.
Aspects watch over you.
Yeah, that's all the citizens are for the quest that I didn't do for this character. Or you have to find the
I never gave up hope.
invaders.
The waters.
Okay, yeah, I'm not
Aspects watch
seeing anything weird there. Just the fact that I haven't completed the quests in Valdrakken for the Evoker.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
What do you seek? May you find what you seek.
See you around.
At your service.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
My wares were made with knowledge.
Hmm.
Go in wisdom.
Ah, well. The Evoker's job is going to be Seekers of Azeroth from now on, until that event's over. So I still have my warrior to do one more run of Sholomance. I still get this one more run. So, here's a fun one for you. So, like many other people, I picked up Baldur's Gate 3 whenever it came out.
Class dismissed.
Even though Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were a little bit before my time as far as most PC games. Didn't really get into RPGs at that point. Baldur's Gate 3, I'm like, look, this is just going to be Divinity Original Sin 2.5. I'm up for that. But I was also like, you know, I want to do something stupid. I want to do something really dumb. And so what I did is I'm like, I am going to see how far into the game I can get with no companions. And I'm like, you know, okay, no companions. Let's do this a little bit tougher. Let's do.
Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Okay. Let's do. Oh right, she's right through the wall. Let's do no companions, but more importantly, let's see how far I can get without killing anything. So what did my brain say? All right, rogue. I'm gonna stealth through the game. I'm gonna stealth through the entire game. I'm not gonna fight anything. That didn't work. Immediate failure in the tutorial. No chance. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't do that. But I can still attempt to do solo. No companions. And let me tell you, I broke the game. Because the game is not intended for you to be only rogue solo. Not intended at all. At level, I want to say 2. So right after the tutorial, you get the ability to spend an action to go back into stealth, or a bonus action to go back into stealth, while in combat. And let me tell you, that just turns the AI off most of the time. Just flips it straight off.
If you haven't come to study, I'll use you to... School is in session.
No staff. So yeah, I've done almost all of Act 1. Killed multiple bosses. all with my solo rogue. And it all comes down to the same formula every fight. You shoot the thing with arrow, you enter stealth, you walk 4 feet to the left. Or right, you know. You just walk 4 feet over. And then you end your turn. And if they don't come up to find you, they will never come up to find you. So you can just shoot them, go hide. Shoot them, go hide. Shoot them, go hide. Rinse and repeat until the thing falls over. And this has worked for every single encounter except one. Like, there's a big phase spider in a basement. Killed it. No, it took me a couple tries. Because of whenever it teleports to summon more babies, it'll look for you. What's the solution? You break the eggs before you start the fight. You just shoot arrows at the eggs, and once all the eggs are broken, you shoot the thing, and then you hide. Rinse and repeat, and you win. I had problems with the goblin bosses. Well, what's the solution? Well, you shoot the war drums to break them, and then you shoot the wooden ladders. And then you shoot them. And then you win. And the whole game so far has just been me going through and go like, okay, what's breakable? What's the mechanic here? And once I figure out what the mechanic is, I'm like, okay, just prevent them from using that mechanic. It's been a wacky adventure so far. Like, I got down, I found the beholder that was petrifying and unpetrifying drought. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. What's the problem? Well, some drow will see you whenever they're unpetrified. How do you solve that? You walk slightly up the stairs. That's it. You just walk like a handful steps more up the stairs. And you shoot the thing from outside of normal viable range. And it can't do anything about it. Then I learned, oh hey, you can shoot the drow and they stop being mind controlled. And they're for some reason not instantly hostile like they're supposed to be. The Menzoberranzan drow should be instantly aggressively hostile. They're not. They're fine with you. That's weird, but okay. But it certainly works to my benefit. And honestly, going in, I was really only trying to test, like, how far in can I get into the game? Like, will I be able to play the entire game with just a rogue and nothing else? And the answer so far is yes. Like, I haven't found anything that just flat out stops me from doing it. I have gotten a little bit worried because one of the companions has a MacGuffin. Has a literal D20 that she holds that protects you from mind control. But it still protected me even whenever I refused to let her in the party. So, maybe? Maybe. If I am able to at some point get to a actual ending, get to a ending to the game playing only rogue, absolutely, I'm gonna do it again and record it. Because I think that's hilarious. And I can do it better on the second try. At the same time, maybe people would rather enjoy experiencing me learning how to break the mechanics rather than just seeing the result after I figured it all out. That kind of depends on the individual, though. No, I don't have the physical ability with my hands to do speedrunning. I can't do speedrunning. But I can do wacky stuff. Like, one example of wacky stuff is I convinced one of my friends to play Elden Ring with me. Just one. None of the others will. None of my other friends are willing to play Elden Ring with me. But I have one that was. And over the last weekend, I finally got him to Melania. And he hated life. To the point where he was willing to just say he's done with that boss and he's not going to get it done. He's not going to do it. So I'm like, alright, I understand. And I proceeded to, once he got off, I slammed my face into that boss until I learned how to do it. Properly. The first time I kind of cheesed it. Whenever I was playing solo. No, I learned how to properly fight the boss. Which, I mean... okay, I guess. I think I have to do pretty much the entire zone here. So yeah, I can... Cat! Now! This is the fat cat. This is Grandma's cat. Fat cat doesn't like being held. But whenever she comes down, in like 3 seconds, she's gonna come back around to me. Start crying at me again. Because I'm not actively petting her.
I have no time for games.
Oh, we're coming up to the part of dialogue that they censored. They censored Garrosh here. He called her a rude word. Yes, he called her a rude word.
With the death of the Lich King, many of the more intelligent Scourge became unemployed. Those fiends, as you so delicately put it, are called Valkyrs.
I believe now he just says, "Watch your clever mouth," and that's it.
They are part of the reason that I asked to see you.
Well, you know the quest in Southern Barrens where you literally kill people, steal their corpses, and then build their corpses into an abomination. That's fine.
With the aid of the
No issues there.
we are now able to take the corpses of the fallen and create new Forsaken.
Or,
Agatha, show the watch.
all the other things. All the other war crimes. War crimes are fine. Just no bad language. You know, I turned the dialogue on the voices down because Sholomance just hearing their voices all the time is really annoying. But I'll turn it up a little bit right now. Also, ambiance and music balancing throughout the game is ridiculous. Dragonflight is incredibly loud compared to almost every other expansion. Yep, there it is. Just watch your clever mouth, that's it.
Make sure the Banshee Queen is well guarded. I will be expecting a full report when next. Remember, Sylvanas, eventually we all have to stand before
I wasn't standing close enough, but you can actually hear where they cut his spoken dialogue.
sooner than others. I am forsaken.
Garrosh, to this day, is considered by many people to still be one of, if not the best, Horde war chief. I was really hoping that Vol'jin would be around longer than, you know, like 10 minutes. But yeah, that's not what happened. Yep, Vol'jin kind of, walked in, sat on the throne, and immediately died. I was honestly fine with him dying, but in my opinion, it should have happened at the end of Legion, not the beginning. Like, they gave him no time at all to be the character that was so important in Warcraft 3. He just sat in the background for 10 years, showed up in the spotlight twice, and then got one quest chain after his death. Sure, that was a big, important, cool quest chain, but just kind of blah. Because it's just it's just the writers trying to explain away their mistake. Yeah, the Vol'jin dies, announces Sylvanas as the next war chief. Big, impactful moment. Says this whole thing about the Loas deem it to be so. Okay, look, you're kind of right there. You're kind of right. It does feel like they try to balance the losses. You know, oh, you burnt down Teldrassil, so I guess we'll burn down Undercity. Hey, you lost a leader. We lost a leader. There is a balancing act there that is just wacky. She might have done both, but clearly it was one of those, the game devs just wanted to keep it balanced. They didn't want to make it feel like they're favoring one faction over another. Which is honestly a little bit ridiculous when it comes down to it. Because in any kind of even situation, there's Gorfang, sometimes a faction is just gonna come out ahead. You're right? I think they were kind of going for, the bombing of Theramore as the loss for the Alliance, but, like, whatever. I don't care what anyone says. The coolest thing about Theramore was that as Horde, you could go meet Jaina, and she wasn't hostile. Maybe that's what I should do in hardcore. I should go meet Jaina Proudmoore as a Horde character. A temporary loss is no loss at all. Look, I actually really liked her resurgence as a major character in Warlords. Or not Warlords. Battle for Azeroth. I was a huge fan of Jaina in Warcraft 3. Yeah, and that's kind of why I really like her during the Battle for Azeroth, is because it's kind of her rediscovering that old person she used to be, while still having those doubts and fear. But
I'm listening.
yeah. Here's where we meet Greymane. And watch him kill a person. You do have to watch this cutscene. The quest will not complete if you don't watch this cutscene. Yeah, the purging of Dalaran effectively didn't happen in-game. So it's not real. And any event that didn't happen in the game, if you can't go and see it right now, didn't happen. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Like, there's an entire book, I believe it's called Consequences, about the trial of Garrosh. Didn't happen in the game. So it doesn't matter. There is no way for me, as someone experiencing this story, to know anything about that. some of the most important events are definitely hidden in books. Like, I am actually okay with the Lich King book. Because none of the things that are important in that needed to happen in the game. Granted, I haven't read basically any of the books. I think I read 2 of them. But anytime there's some big important event and it's not in the game, I just ignore it. It doesn't matter. If they wanted me or any average player of the game to understand that's what happened, they would allow me to experience it. Simple as that.
That better be good.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in.
I don't know. Maybe that might be one of my most controversial opinions. Yes, Dragonflight quest content is constant. It's throwing it at us.
Strength and honor go forth to victory. Strength.
Loktar, for the whole. Speak quickly.
Deceased. It's okay. Look, Virac is discount Deathwing, to be fair. But he actually has personality. And that means a lot. Because Deathwing was not given personality until Avarice, basically. I would hate to be the person who joined World of Warcraft and chose to play through Cataclysm and did all the Cataclysm quest content and then comes over to the Dragonflight and you're just like, who's this dude who's not as cool as Deathwing? Easy. He's a guy with a better personality and more storyline that actually matters. I mean, it is very much an intended thing. I didn't know that, but that is very much intended. Virac is the vessel through which we learn the direct consequences.
Fight well, friend. May your blades never dull.
Speak, friend.
Virac is the method by which we are shown the exact methods and consequences of what led Deathwing to become Deathwing. And guess what? Showing and not telling is good. They've told us all this stuff about him for so long. Now they're showing us. Okay, look. You're right. And the Caverns of Time is an excuse they can and will use in the future. But they also kind of went away from that. Because they're like, you know, it's a little bit silly to try to maintain all the different timeline variations. But guess what? It doesn't matter. They're variations. Just make a cool dungeon. The problem is that they portray those timelines as being directly affecting our timeline, instead of doing the whole timey-wimey ball thing. Where, yeah, sure, all the timelines are related, but they're not necessarily leading into the same result. Honestly, I wouldn't terribly mind if they added a new defense mission raid. Like, I'm not the hugest of fans of Hyjal, the assault on Hyjal, but I could see them doing like the defense of Stormwind or something like that. Where you have, I believe it was. I'm trying to remember on the map. Okay. Yeah, so I believe during the first and second wars, the orcs, yeah, the orcs made it to Stormwind, yeah. And I could see that being a cool raid of, like, the orcish horde showing up and you trying to defend Elowin or Stormwind from it. That could be neat.
Look, Tom. Go with honor.
What do you need? Strength.
Greetings. Go forth to victory.
That was in Taurus? I can't say anything about that one. I skipped that raid. $339 on Invincible? Well, I believe you are still above drop rate. Aronar. Will warp in and charge Erinar's essence and attempt to destroy her outright. Okay. Yeah, and the waves of enemies. Okay.
What joy is there in this curse? What are we if not
Rise
slaves to this
Forsaken.
torment?
Oh, wait, I need to talk. I've made this mistake before. I need to, like, talk with somebody, didn't I? Okay, there she shows up. If you're not careful on this particular boss, she won't show up with you, and this quest, she won't show up with you, and this quest will be uncompletable until you reset it. Hey, sometimes you're just on a character that gets to ignore mechanics for a boss fight. Those are some of the best boss fights. Yeah, there we go. There's the event trigger. So, there was a while that I had someone else that I would talk to during these. And me and him got into a discussion about where we thought the world tree was going to be. And as more events come out about it, I think we came up with the correct choice. With the correct position on the map. Because we were saying it's going to be over here. Because for some reason, they allow you to travel through over here. And this is just kind of nothing. So we were kind of expecting, maybe this is where they're going to put the world tree. It might be. I think it's become more likely than not. Yeah. Look, any plans they had with the Emerald Dream and Vanilla probably died 10 years ago when the last person who actually worked on it left.
What joy is there in this curse?
But I have no doubt they've come up with plenty of new ideas since then.
I have no time for games. What are we if not slaves to this torment?
Gra, go forth to victory.
May your blades never
Okay, there's also, this is the quest I need the insignias for, right? Yeah. These Worgen are also extremely annoying. I was honestly the only thing with the Emerald Dream and the dragons, the green dragons that's happened to this expansion that I'm disappointed with is that I was really hoping I believe Marithra is the current aspect. I was hoping for her son, the one that was experimenting with the gems, to become the aspect. Because I thought that would have been cooler than just having the daughter. But we got what we got. We got the most easily predicted result, but oh well. I hope her son comes up more in the future, though. I had fun with him. I'm fine with it. Granted, I'll admit, I am 100% on Rathian's side. Like, absolutely, I am on Rathian's side. Sibelian, I could care less about. But Ebonhorn, I'm alright. I'm okay with that. It's a very inoffensive choice. There's another cutscene coming up over here. Walks up to explosives. It's a trap! And I mean, that is a really big aspect of this expansion, of the Dragonflight expansion, is that most of the choices, pretty much all of the choices, are just really inoffensive choices. There's nothing... The most controversy in Dragonflight was a quest that they chose to remove. Like, the quest never even made it to live servers. Everything else they've done is very inoffensive, very safe. Take no risks. He told us what was basically, what, 5 years ago that he was going to? Timelines are weird. I don't understand timelines. But, like, whenever we first met him, he's like, dude, I'm gonna die tomorrow. So... also true. So, like, he was cool. I liked him. But until they announced that Dragonflight was going to be about dragons, hey. Hey, my grandma retired, and she expected that she wasn't going to live till 60. She died maybe 2 months ago. At like 84. That's actually why I'm in this house right now. This is her house. That's why I'm checking over her cat and everything. Because I'm sitting here in this house on this old chair, taking care of her property, making sure no one's coming in stealing stuff. And because if I were not here, if there was no one living in this house, the insurance company would rip the insurance off of us. And we'd have to get new insurance for this house. So that's actually why I'm in this house. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It's much more difficult for my mother than it was for me. In squatters' rights? Probably? Like, I'm pretty sure that they do have a squatters' rights thing for the state I'm in. Which means that if someone did happen to move in, we would have to go through a court eviction notice situation. As if we had rented the place to them.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Yeah, that's just a whole thing. They're all over the place, man. You get them constantly. Grandma's cat has finally decided that she's no longer offended from me picking her up, so she's back to cry at me. Yeah, no, the constant argument on the Warcraft forums about free epics for no effort. And it's like, dude, that train is so far out of station. This dude actually gives you a quest if you take him down. The things... I don't care about the quality of items anymore. I really don't. Warcraft has progressed into endgame as fashion, as do all MMOs eventually fall to. So, getting upgrades, getting items, that's great. It allows people to play the game. Absolutely you will. Nope. Look, the color of items in Classic mattered. But it's been a long time since quality colors truly matter. The only ones that matter now are the legendaries, because they're normally just that much harder to obtain. Being able to wear an orange is in itself a bragging right, even for some of the super old ones. Thunder Fury and Sulfuris are still difficult to get. The only expansions that I can really think of where it mattered also true. Hey, I remember perfectly fine having a blue trinket for the entirety of Burning Crusade. I fully remember that. That was real. Okay, I have vague memories of actively helping a paladin try to get that trinket, but my brain might just be lying to me. Like, I played Burning Crusade original release up to, I want to say, the release of the Illidan raid. I want to say I played up until that point, but I was not there for Quel'Thalas. Called Danas. Nope, gotta watch the whole cutscene. Yeah. I would honestly like a return to those days. I think, nowadays, item color is better based on, item level. I think that's a much better method of doing it is that color just shows item level. But that kind of falls apart when you think of different seasons and increase of item level due to different raid releases and content patches, so that's not a great solution either. Overall, I'll just repeat what I said it before. Overall, the only item color that truly matters is orange, because those are just much more difficult to get than the others. Look, I am not opposed. I am not opposed to just go like, oh yeah, these random quests that you're doing for just people, just regular people out in the wild. Yeah, they give gray items because they're regular people. They don't have a bunch of random magical equipment sitting in their closet. With the occasional, like, yeah, this family did have something magic hiding in their closet, and they didn't know. But we're not in a low fantasy setting, we're in a high fantasy setting. So if there's not magic leaking out your ears, you're not doing it right. I think this is the last quest that I need to do here. It does lead into kind of a game design philosophy and stuff like that, though. Because it would real suck. It would have a real sucky feeling if the entirety of your leveling experience you only saw grays and whites. That would be terrible. But if the only difference between colors is item level, the stats would still be there. But, I'd still play it, though. Yeah, the current method of item grading in Warcraft, well, since it's inclusion, since it was originally created, literally redefined how items were shown to people through all games, everywhere. Like, every single game after Warcraft included the item grading system of colors. Every single one of them. And it's still happening all the time to this day. So, yeah, it was probably a good change. It was probably a good thing, yeah. We've got game developers who barely know what Warcraft is, using the Warcraft item grade color scheme. Just because it's industry standard at this point. And And one of the ways you can tell that it's so pervasive is whenever you play a game that has item color grades on and they have the grades in the wrong order. So like, instead of purple being epic, green is epic. And it screws with your head. Oh, that's... yeah, okay. Can't do that right now. I can't much comment on higher level gameplay. Unless you just mean, like, character level. At, like, competitive level, mythic rating, I can have very little to comment on about that. Feel free. I wandered away from this quest before it actually proceeded to the next step.
I have no time for games.
So I've got to sit through it again. So, yeah, the Diablo 3 had 0 punishment for failure to complete. Because it was just like, what was your max actually completed, that's what you scale off of.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you're talking about with that. Those are some issues that I know about for Mythics. Already completed them. I forget how many chances you get to re-roll your key, because I know once you finish a mythic, you get at least one chance to change your key. But getting one chance to reset is not great. That's new. Where'd that rare go? He wandered off. He gone. Yeah, I can... There he is. Nope. Yeah, that's some pretty heavy restrictions. And some rather annoying punishments.
What joy is there in this curse? We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter.
Back up the sepulchre.
That better be good. Beware the living.
Getting trapped in a cycle of things that you can't really do. And then being punished because of the randomness of being sent to do things that you can't do. Trying to think of ways to like sort that out to make it more reasonable. One answer would be to like give players the ability to choose keys, or actually do it the Diablo style where you're given just a pocket full of mythic keys and then you choose the rest of it. Because the way Diablo 3 did it is that if you complete Greater Rift 49, you can go up to 3 levels higher on all your account characters for the entire account. And it's just like, good luck. Oh, Indigos. Yeah. And then you pick what level it's at. Cats, what are you doing? This guy still has a teleporter down here. Yeah.
Speak quickly. Trust
Yeah, I agree. That's probably one of, if not the best way that I can think of doing it. Maybe you're just given one keystone at the beginning of the week that just has some text on it that says you can go up to this level. And then you just shove it into the keystone slot, pick what level you're at. If you succeed, you get a new one that says you can go up to that level. So you still get the increasing system, but it gives you a freedom to, if you really want to go a little bit higher or lower, you can. That man dropped no loot.
What are we if not slaves to this torment?
Because, you know, sometimes somebody just wants to go through and do some easy ones. Because sometimes there's like a weekly thing where you just want to burn through some mythics real quick. And not dedicate an entire day to it. Yeah. The going for the drops you really want is one of the ones that is more important to me. Only a couple more quests. 3 more quests in Silverpine. Yeah, I can absolutely understand that. Just trying to get into Mythics. Just attempting to get into Mythics that are of a reasonable difficulty for you is pretty heinous for some rando player. But honestly, that's probably more on the player base than the system at low levels. Ooh. Lame. That's new. I have no doubt on that. But whenever you have a built system that actively punishes you for trying to bring new players in, yeah, that's not surprising. That is absolutely not surprising to me. Yeah, because it completely warps the meta of what characters people are playing to the point of people just ignoring and throwing other classes to the wayside. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. I completely understand what you're saying.
What are we if not slaves to this torment?
strength.
I mean, there's always going to be a problem with any game or playstyle or whatever that touts itself as competitive, or that rewards things at a just flat better rate or whatever, because it's always going to invite people that don't want to play the game, they want to get the thing. And it's just... yeah. Hi, cat. We can pretty much only hope that the team in charge of balance will help sort that out. But honestly, unless those classes fall behind, people are probably going to stick with that for the rest of this expansion. Unless they start getting actively punished for that comp, they'll probably stick with it. Granted, actively punished is just a matter of, like, actively punished in their mind. It could be, like, it's 2% worse than a new thing, and that would still be considered as actively punished by some people. I look, as soon as they took out channeled AoEs, they yeah, highly damaged some AoE stuff. Oh, look, a random guild invite spam. Yeah, I mean, Ice Mage, for half of its history or longer, was known as the AoE spec. Cat, if you're gonna be sneezing, I don't need you up here. But, well, eventually they just kind of redesigned Ice Mage out of that role. Blizzard is an incredibly disappointing spell now. I do not like it. I hate trying to keep Blizzard up, because you basically can cast 1 or 2 spells and then you cast Blizzard again.
I've no time for games. We are the Forsaken.
And I get
We will
that they don't
slaughter
want
anyone
you to have fire and forget spells anymore. Because that's really what Blizzard was at one point, is just you push button and you win game. But I enjoyed that more. Oh, I'm supposed to do a thing. I'm supposed to actually follow her. Yeah.
What joy is there in this curse?
Honestly, even when it's instant, it feels like it's up just for such a short amount of time. Please, I was looking at sprint the other day and I'm like, 4-second sprint. Man, that's garbage. I swear sprint used to be 10 seconds long. You're telling me that priests have a better sprint than rogues? And it's true. Priests do have a better sprint than rogues. What I truly miss is my sprint that could run on water. They have 3 charges of feather, and they have a talent that gives them their shield a sprint. Yeah. And it's like, oh, but it's only 60%. Who cares? It has like a 2-second downtime. At most. It's wacky to think that they took away Mage's second invisibility button. And to be honest, mages probably shouldn't have had 2 invisibility buttons, because they effectively had 2 vanishes. Now they only have 1 vanish. But, honestly, I was just using mage invisibility for the speed boost most of the time. So I'm slightly irritated that I lost out on one of my mage sprints. I have seen little to no creativity in rogues. Like, indiscriminate carnage sounds incredible, and I would love to use it. But, like... Yeah, there is very little interesting or creativity things going on with assassination. Right now, I don't know what the best spec is for assassination right now, but last time I looked, it was like Insanguinate instead of the third Zoldyck. So like, I right now have 3 in Zoldyck, and I don't have Exsanguinate. But I think last time I looked, it was like... It's no longer played? Okay. Yeah, I'm not terribly surprised. It's one of the reasons that I got rid of it, is like, you know, I'm not really interested in using Exsanguinate. Zoldyck's still great. I remember having... Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember having the Legion Legendary for that. That's great. Sepsis instead of Bone Spike. Okay, look, I'll admit, Bone Spike is simply so that I don't have to remember an extra button. That's it. Sepsis is absolutely better, but I hate buttons. Yeah, Bone Spike is one that I actually really liked in Shadowlands. So whenever I saw it come to my tree, I'm like, yeah, I like Bone Spike. I can just throw that at somebody and they stay hurt forever. Great. But I also know that Sepsis has almost always been a better overall choice. But it's a great combo point generator.
I haven't got all day.
It unfortunately doesn't give me the agility buff that it used to. But I'll live with that.
Now, beware, our enemies abound.
Okay, so I believe yeah, I didn't get this done. I didn't get that quest done. I missed this quest. Ah! I have to do the entirety of Silverpine over with another leather-wearing Horde character because I didn't get this quest. And because Silverpine is a straight-up, you have to do all quests in order zone. That's slightly bothersome.
I am forsaken. Trust no one.
Well, either way, I am approaching the end of my day. So while I have screwed myself over on Silverpine's last quest there, and I hate life, yes, the Night Fae, the faction where everyone who joined it got a blink and a sprint put into one button. Did I say a blink and a sprint? I meant 2 blinks and 2 sprints. I can kind of forgive it. A little bit. My fish that I'm just keeping in my pocket. For no other reason than to see what the price on it for the auction house is. Okay. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. It's just very seldom do I have a reason to play it. Like, I swear I had a... Okay, I don't have one. I had an AoE build that I was playing with for dungeon content. That was running Crimson Tempest and Indiscriminate Carnage. And I probably wasn't playing it right, to be fair. Probably wasn't. It's just like... There's no chance to play that with the content I'm doing. I'm not doing current content. There's no reason to have an AoE build. I've got Fan and Knives, and that's more than enough. Look, I need a good, like, 2 minutes to just sit there and wail on the boss. I need a good, like, 2 minutes of just ignoring game mechanics and just attacking the boss, alright? Yeah, no. Doesn't work like that. You know what? Here, give me... Take away this Shadow Step button, or this one, and give me a second Cloak of Shadows. Allow me to actually just ignore mechanics for boss fights. Oh. Nah. Nah. Alright. Either way, this will be my stopping point. If you open up, I'm up to 55 days, 8 hours total playtime for this account. I've got 1,481 achievements. The only new thing was the Inquisitive. Oh, you just get a straight title for that. Yeah, you just flat get a title for that. I didn't even notice. Easiest title to obtain in the game, I guess. You literally just go over there and... You don't have to return the spear. Might still be the easiest to obtain title in the game. And then... If you open this up, set it to count mode. 22.37% total completion, according to all the things. Let's refresh that to make sure. Yep. Number stayed the same. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I transmogs, man. Transmogs. Yeah, and if you think about it, I only did Silverpine. I got no transmogs. No, I got a couple transmogs. I got like a couple daggers from Sholomance. I got a couple like daggers from Sholomance. But other than that, nothing for Sholomance. I killed Moltthorn twice. And I got a transmog or two from Moltthorn. Everything else pretty much came from Silverpine. And there's still one left in Silverpine. There's still one more transmog in Silverpine that I have to go get. Oh, there's also a zone drop for Dalaran Wizard Rope. Because I didn't do this quest. And I got a fire wand right there, so that's another transmog. Then Hillsbrand over here. It's got quite a few things. Oh no, I need to do Plants vs. Zombies again. I need to do it 2 more times. So yeah, no, the number goes up. Let's turn off sources real quick. See what that changes. Yeah. Still a... like 5.5% change if I ignore sources. Not going to, though. Yeah, no, the old world. The old world is definitely by the fastest way to get percentage on total completion. Because you'll earn, like, 20 transmogs minimum per zone. Minimum. And then you just, like, cool. You do that for each armor type, and then you just skyrocket up in percentage. That's one of the reasons why I held off for so long. Is because I didn't want to just immediately go really high up in percentage. So I've done it what might be the opposite of the good way to do it. I went and did all the other things first. But hey, I made my choices. Alright. So that's where I'm sitting at the end of the day. I am done for the day. So enjoy. And I'll be back tomorrow.